What is up, guys? The LA Gamer here, and today I am bringing you guys episode 8 of my Fantasy Draft franchise mode on Madden 16 featuring the Atlanta Falcons. Now, there's some exciting news in this game. I actually finally took the time to check the injury report, and following this game, there's maybe one or two games left after this game where we actually have to use Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback, and then Derek Carr comes back. So I took some advice. A lot of you guys are saying sim, some of you guys are saying don't sim. I actually will just not sim. Now, the reason I'm doing that is I figure we'll have to give at least a few more games before we can say assuredly that we will not make the playoffs. So, of course, Derek Carr's coming back. So if we can somehow manage to win these next couple of games with Jimmy Garoppolo at the helm, and then just try to go perfect as possible with Derek Carr when he comes back, we could make a really impressive stretch here to make it back into the playoffs. There's really just no way that we can count ourselves out so early. And hopefully right here, this could be the game that kind of shapes things in our favor. I haven't really seen what the division records are looking like right now, but hopefully the people in our division are not doing that well. And if they're not, they're actually just going to be giving us a better chance to actually make the playoffs and try to make a run here for our money. So we'll see what happens. We'll let the season finish a little bit before we make any executive decisions in terms of trying to sim it. But right here, we're going to throw it over to Amari Cooper. And this boy is long gone. Now, we all know he has some speed, but typically, for some reason, they made offensive players less fast in this game. So whenever you see a guy, or whenever you see an offensive player break out with speed like that, it's always very impressive. So wonderful job by Amari Cooper right there. I did kind of miss the big hit stick with the safety, and that ended up kind of biting me in the butt, as they're going to get a pretty good amount of yardage off that, which is going to result in them getting their first points of the game here with a pretty nice, I don't know, about 50-yard field goal right there to make it 7-3. So right here, we are kind of looking to the left side of the field, throw it over to, I believe that is Amari Cooper once again. So Amari Cooper came up pretty big for us this game. Now, Dez Bryant was, of course, another big name wide receiver that we picked up. But realistically, these past couple of games, I've kind of noticed that Amari Cooper might be doing a little bit more on the offensive end than Dez Bryant. I don't really know the reasoning for that, but I think Dez Bryant's kind of taking a load or a lot of the attention on the defensive end. And so it's allowing Amari Cooper to kind of get open in the secondary, and it's really working out really well for us. But right here, I kind of tried to throw it over to the quick route there on the running back, but that ended up screwing me over too, because I tried to get the forward pass call. Sadly, it was still called a fumble, and because of that, they're going to get the ball back here and try to put up some more points on the board. Hopefully, we can stop them from doing so. See, they got a minute and a half left in the half, so hopefully, if we can shut them down here, we can actually go into halftime with a lead. So if you see closely, they actually do have Russell Wilson as their quarterback and a pretty nice group of receivers. I don't remember exactly who they have, but they also have Justin Forsett, I believe it was, at the running back position, and they do have good wide receivers. I just can't remember exactly who it is. I don't believe that's Calvin, actually, but I know for sure they have some really nice receivers. And hopefully here we can get some names up on the board and you guys can get a better idea of who those receivers are. But right now, see, they're moving downfield. They move downfield really, really consistently just with those short plays and those short runs with Russell Wilson. And right there, as you see, Russell Wilson dives headfirst into the end zone, is going to allow them to take a 3-point lead. And I'm going to make just kind of a bigger mistake here. I try to kind of force a play action. I should have just left the half end. And because that's going to give them a great opportunity to put some more points on the board. And they'll do just that with a field goal right here with 3 seconds left. So as the time basically expires, well, as it will, they're going to go up by 6. Luckily, we do get the ball to start the second half. And we are going to start off with a bang. We're going to look over to the left side, throw a bomb downfield. Dez Bryant's going to come down with it. And actually, wait, no, that is Dez Bryant. For a second, I thought that was Amari Cooper. And that is going to be a 62-yard touchdown. So you see Dez Bryant's going to get a little bit involved. I was talking a little bit of smack earlier about him, saying that Amari Cooper was doing better, and he couldn't just allow that to happen. So right there, he's going to get involved a little bit and get a pretty nice touchdown for us to actually get us back in the lead. So right here, of course, the Buccaneers are going to try to have something to say about that. They're going to try to get their points on the board and try to take the lead once again. So right here, you see I missed a couple of tackles, but I'm going to get a pretty big hit stick right there in the open field. But they're moving downfield regardless, so that's really what I'm more concerned about. So right here, you see, they're bringing the passing play. Russell Wilson was definitely a really hard guy to stop in this game, because whenever I try to run that man coverage, he would just scramble. And whenever I'd try to run that zone coverage, he would just kind of pick my defense apart. So it definitely was not easy. Right here, you see they're going to throw it to the right side and get another touchdown. I just don't know who this receiver is, but he was coming up big for them. And they're going to get another touchdown there with him. And luckily for us, they're going to get called on holding, so they're going to still try the 2-point conversion. But because it was a holding call, they had to try from the 12-yard line. And that just made that play way more difficult for them, and we are actually going to stop them on that. So we're only going to be down by 5, so we have a great chance here. So if we get a touchdown, we will actually take the lead. And as you see right here, we're going to throw a pretty nice dot over the middle of the field to get all the way down to our 43-yard line. Once again, we're looking for a pretty big play here. But we're going to look over the middle, throw one down to, I believe, yes, that is Amari Cooper. He's going to shrug off one tackler. I really wish he could have gotten that acceleration booster. I mean, he would have been long gone if he did, but he was not able to do so. So he gets tackled at about the 35-yard line. But we're going to continue to move downfield here with another short pass, this time to our tight end. And we're going to move it down to the 12-yard line. So we have a pretty nice chance here to put some points on the board, hopefully a touchdown so we can regain this lead. We're going to look over to the right side. We start to look, we're trying to go with the passing play, but I realized I was about to get sacked, so I ended up just kind of taking the scramble, and it ended up working in my favor because we get it all the way down to the 1-yard line, and then we just punched it in with our fullback for a 1-yard touchdown. And then, of course, we got to go for the 2-point conversion, so we try another fullback run here, and it is just as successful, and we get another 2-point conversion there to go up by 3 points. So you see there's 2 minutes left. They're kind of playing that 2-minute offense. They got to do whatever they can. Right here, you see they're not able to get that play to go on 3rd down. So they're going to punt it to me. They're going to put some faith in their defense. But that's kind of just misplaced faith because we are going to destroy their chances of winning the game right here. On the first running play, you see Giovanni Bernard gets out on the open field, gets a nice run, and that was basically just the end of the game. You see right here, we're going to walk out of here with a 22-19 win. As that video, for me, that video is kind of glitched out. I don't know if it'll process glitched, but either way, yeah, we walk out of here with a 22-19 victory. And a pretty big win. We definitely needed the win there because we have not won in quite a while, as we all know. So if you guys enjoyed, please click the like button below. Make sure to comment your opinion of this series and what I could do to make it more interesting in the comment section below. And make sure to subscribe if you have not already to stay tuned to this series and other series I got going on my channel. Definitely happy to come out here and finally get a win. And let's just try to turn the ship around and make our way to the playoffs. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.